Hi, in this video we learn how to install SoapUI. Uh, as we all know that SoapUI is a tool for testing the web services for REST and SOAP. So I'm going to install that SoapUI 5.2.1 in my system. So I have already downloaded that SoapUI from their respective website, and you can also download from www.soapui.org downloads/soapui.html. There is two versions of a SoapUI is there. One is a SoapUI open source and SoapUI NG for professional editions. So for this all feature is there, but SOAP NG professional, but you have to pay that license and you have to buy the license for it. And for open source nothing is required, but there is a limited features. But we can test that a SOAP web services functional testing. REST we can do that. We can do that visual coverage, message assertion, testing defector, and we can finally so I have downloaded that SoapUI open source. By clicking over here, one ex will be downloaded like SoapUI, and I have already placed in that my folder. So now I'm able to what you have to do, just double click on that. This you will be see something like that, and you have to allow for run. And after that the installations wizard will be open and it will be downloaded, extracted, what it will be, it's going on. So let it build. Just wait for a while, it's extracting. Now we are getting that as setup installer by a smart beer. Welcome to SoapUI 5.2.1 setup wizard. So I'm just going to click next. I'll be read the term and conditions while clicking on the top drop down button. And if you'll see that this is the GNU general public license of a open source license or something like that, because I downloaded that as a open source, and that will be also like a public license, Eclipse public license, and CLI versions 2, something like that. So by default it will be there. I do not accept the term and conditions, but I saw that this is the general public license and like under GNU, and we can download for just for our personal work purpose, not for officially. And even though for officially also we can do that as a open source license, under that open source license. So anyhow, that's another thing. If you want to buy go ahead with a professional editions, your organizations definitely will buy it. But just for a tutorial I have downloaded these ones. I'm going to accept that term and conditions. After that, next button will be highlighted. Until unless I'll not accept, it will not allow to next. Now I'm going to accept the term and conditions. Next button is enable. Now I'm going to click on next button. It is asking that where I want to install these ones. So I want to directly install that my C directory, clone SoapUI, something like that, instead of installing. And make sure you have a required disk space of 202 MB, and free disk space, it's already there. Huge amount of disk space is there. We need only 202 MB of disk space for installing it. Now it's there. I'll just click on that one more time. Next, what I did that just directory structure earlier. So it's asking anything you want, like HERMs, JMS, and tutorials. I want to install this as well. First two options is if you want to take that a source will be also there, like a SoapUI will by default source, JMS, and something like. Instance harmless JMS, which is the applicable that allows SoapUI to interact with a JMS provider required for JMS testing. So this is required for JMS. I'll install it and I'll install the tutorial as well for the like SoapUI. I'll click on that next. Okay, so for JMS also license something like that, their license is required. We'll see in under it's coming at publicly or not. No, it's under the Apache license it's coming. Okay, let it be. I'll accept that and license, and as I'm installing just for tutorial, after that I'll uninstall it. I'll accept that the term and conditions. I'll change that directory of these ones as well. Click on that next. Create a start menu folder, a smart beer. Instead of that, I'll click over here, create shortcut for all users. Let it be as it is. Next, create desktop icon. Let them create. It will take few times. Just wait for it. And now installations is completed. We are getting view release notes and run that SoapUI. I'll let it be run the SoapUI. I want to run the first time and we'll see. Just click on finish. Installations done. Now it says starting the SoapUI by a Smart Beer versions of a 5.2.1 copyright Smart Beer software. Do you want to help us to improve SoapUI by sending an anonymous user aesthetics? This can be turned on to time so you said. Yes, uses aesthetics. No, actually I don't want. So click on that. Want to stay in that loop? Provide your email, stay and continue. You'll click escape. Nothing is required. Window firewall has blocked that some of the features. No problem. Allow access. So now new by default it will be SoapUI appear likewise. We can close this one. We got file, create empty project, create new soap project, create rest project and all. In project we can manage all. If the project is there in case, we can manage all. So this is all about how to install that SoapUI, and just to see one small example for creating a client. It's working or not. File SoapUI project. I have a visual, I'm just placing it. Tutorial by example.com. Create sample request and all. Wow, it's created. I have a two method add and subtracts. It's coming. I'll open this one. Okay, I'll pass that two parameters 78 and 22, and second parameter 22. That's done. I'll click on that run. Oh wow, we are getting a response as 100 in double. So this is all about SoapUI installations and invoking that a small web services client which is already published and accessible in this URL. And all installations and everything I have referred from that is SoapUI org download/SoapUI.html. I have downloaded. I'm just repeating it once again. I have downloaded from here. I have just, after downloading, I got a one exe file. After getting that exe file, I just double click over here. The windows will be apparent. By default it will install in my system. After installations, I have one running web services visual URL. I just take that endpoint URL, create new project as a soap project, and just I got that two requests, like two method add and subtract. Where add request, I just added that two parameter like parameter A and B. While providing the parameter A and B, it's adding A plus B and returning that as a response. So this is all about. If you need any help, feel free. If you need any help, you have to just go through that SoapUI project first.org. If you will not find that anything relevant, if you want to help from my end, feel free put your point like in comment in my website or this video or YouTube. I'll more than happy to answer. Please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day ahead.